Well, how's it going today? I'm just up here on the milk house. Come up to check out the compressor here. I noticed the condenser here is getting pretty dirty. Just come up to see how bad it was. I mean, doesn't make a whole lot of difference this time of year, as cold as it is. But I'll have to get an air compressor down here and get that blown out. Spring's coming, so I can get that cleaned out. But while I was up here, I thought I'd show this a little bit. You know, I just got done cleaning the barn here and feeding them. And while I'm doing that stuff, I got a lot of time to think. A lot of jobs I do around here by myself, so I got time to think and kind of come up with a theory on why things are going so poorly. Like say why I can't get these cows to milk anything, and everything just seems to be going downhill. You know, I'm not a big sci-fi guy. You know, I like watching Star Trek, Next Generation, and Deep Space Nine. And I really like the Babylon 5, you know, these space shows. I don't get much into Star Wars or anything. But just thinking, I know it's a lot of theories and whether it's true or not, but is there anything to the space-time continuum and parallel dimensions and universes, multiple outcomes in life? I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the Mandela effect, where things you thought all these years one way is actually another way, or was changed and you don't even realize it. Like the Monopoly Man having a monocle. How many people actually remember him having a monocle? Or in Wizard of Oz, when the Wicked Witch said, "Fly, my pretties," now it's "Fly, fly, fly." And people don't realize, you know, you think about it and you start questioning yourself. Well, monkeying around here just thinking, I'm wondering if we have hit another, or at least me, whether anybody else feels this way, that we're crossed universes, parallel universes, or whether the Matrix is broken, any of that stuff. Because like I say, everything here in the last, I've been thinking back about 6 years, at least 4 years anyhow, everything has been the opposite of what it should or has been. Like one thing here. For as many red cows out there, used to be all Holsteins. I used to be majority Holsteins, now I'm majority color breeds. I used to make money, decent money. I was putting money away. Right now I have nothing left. It's all gone. I can't. We used to change something in the feed and we'd see a response. Cows come up on milk. For the last 4 years, like I say, 4 different nutritionists I've been through. Nothing we do makes a difference. For years, I drove blue Ford trucks. I drove my uncle's 86 F-150. And then I bought a 97 F-250 heavy duty. And then for a while, when gas prices were here a couple of years ago, I was driving his blue Ranger. All of them manual transmissions. For some reason, back in 2014, when I got a new truck, I bought a red GMC. Basically opposite of what I had. You know, go back, you know, like I said, that was 6 years. That's where I think, did that trigger something? Is that the start of, you know, whatever cataclysmic event happened that ripped open the space-time continuum or something? 4 years ago, Trump wasn't supposed to get elected. Nobody had any reason for him to believe that he was going to get elected. This time, nobody believed Biden was going to get elected. Everything seems to be the opposite. Trump gets elected and things are improving. I don't understand how as soon as Biden got in there, price of grain skyrockets. There was no event other than him getting into office that caused a shortage in grain or anything to spike the prices. All of a sudden, they spike up. Same way with gas. Just because he closed down that pipeline, there wasn't an immediate shortage. They have the Federal Reserves that, Obama tried to lower prices of gas by emptying the reserves, and then Trump filled them back up. And it's just like everything, no matter how little, has been the opposite. I grew up in the 80s and 90s. We didn't have all this racial tension that we have now. And like I said, I don't get it. People actually got along. Just think of the way Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, all these guys used to talk, and everybody thought it's funny. Now somebody says it, and you're a racist and all that. So, like I say, I don't know if there is anything to it. I believe there's other things going on and stuff, but whether there is actually anything to that where, like I say, at least I'm in a parallel universe, or the Matrix is broken in my life. There's eerie things that are out there. So, I don't know if that makes any sense, or if anybody agrees or feels the same way, but I just throw that out there. I try to talk to people around here, and I get treated like I'm an idiot. No matter who I talk to, they just cut me off and start talking over top of me. So it gets to the point I don't even care anymore. So, or they just laugh me off, and like I said, I try to talk to somebody about this stuff in here, and I get basically I'm talking to a bobblehead. They're nodding their head yes, and we'll get back to you. We'll think about this. We'll look into this, and then never hear nothing back. So, but like I said, I'd just throw that out there and say, I've had a couple people ask me about this barn and stuff, and my milk house. Pretty dirty here. Like I said, this is like the birds like roosting up here. That's the one bad thing about this barn. They do roost up there. But that's why I said that, trying to think of what to do or how I'm going to do it. But like I said, I figure there's going to be probably 6 or 8, maybe 10 parts where I'll talk about the building, and I'll go through why I did what I did, and what I would change, what I wouldn't do again. And the layout of the barn here, the milking parlor, the milk house, the drawbacks I found on this, like I said, the reasons I decided to do the directions I went. I got the manure building out back there. Like I said, I've talked about that in a couple other videos and stuff a little bit, but I'll give more information on that. The equipment, how I got it, where I got it, and stuff like that. So, it'll give me a few options for a few videos. But like I say, it's give me a series of things to do here. Like I say, I still got get that track tightened up. I haven't gotten around to that yet. And like I say, ain't much I can do because just money ain't flowing. I got a couple options here. I'm gonna be making some changes here, whether people like it or not. I'm gonna just cut off a bunch of shit, and like I said, like the farm insurance, I'm just gonna drop in coverage on a lot of stuff. That'll save me maybe $200-300 a month. Got a couple cows to get rid of, like this one here. She's been here for no reason. She's been dry here for 6 months or so. She's not bred back, but I say in the fall, beef cattle weren't really worth much, and being a Jersey, she's not going to bring a whole hell of a lot. But she, like I say, no sense feeding them for nothing. So like I say, she might as well go. I got a couple other ones to get rid of, but But like I say, you gotta make some drastic changes here somehow. Or, like I say, it's... you had to figure out what triggered actions that changed the universe and try to trigger them back. So, yeah, I gotta go put hay in another barn here yet. And get the another heifer barn done. So, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.